It happened pretty late for me yesterday, basically after the time when I would consider uploading content, but Studio Wildcard has indeed pushed their latest Community Crunch post live, containing an updated roadmap and adjusted Ark Survival Ascended bundle. Now for fans of the franchise, this initially looks like, yeah, Wildcard has listened and given in to some of your demands. But I'm about to show you what I think happened here, and how this new offer has really changed nothing at all. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. It's LukeTheDuke and welcome back to the channel. Now, before I dive into all of this and tear it down molecule by molecule, I wanted to ask, do you prefer the old bundle offer of ASA, so that's Ark Survival Ascended, and Ark 2 for $49.95 minus the DLCs, or do you prefer this new one with the full ASA experience, including the DLCs for $59.99, of course, minus Ark 2? Just keep that decision in the back of your mind, and then it will be interesting to see if your choice remains unchanged once I show you these offerings side by side. And just for context, for anyone that hasn't followed the recent Ark play-by-play, here's the under 1 minute recap. Wildcard teases a free UE5 upgrade in January. Fans are pumped. March 29th, Jim Tsai, parent company Snail Games CEO, announces Ark 2 will launch later this year. 2 days later, Wildcard, on their Community Crunch, walks that back and states that Ark 2 will be delayed until late 2024. Also in that announcement is the bombshell that Ark Survival Ascended, the UE5 upgrade, will now cost $49.95 in a pre-order bundle with Ark 2, which nobody has seen actual gameplay footage for. In addition to ASA, current official servers will sunset in August once the upgraded version launches. Huge public uproar ensues. Studio Wildcard knows they, under the direction of Snail Games, have really screwed the pooch, and so we land at late yesterday's updated post. Was that under a minute? I mean, I did try. As always, I will include a link to this latest Community Crunch in the video description, and I really encourage you to check it all out for yourselves. So anyways, let's scroll down to this new price point and bundle chapter, and so it begins. Reading directly from their article, first things first, we are scrapping the Ark Respawn bundle. Our intention behind this was to provide a package where you essentially got 2 products for the price of 1. In hindsight, not the best move. Our bad. By the way, that's the best they can muster for an apology. We recognize how combining Ark Survival Ascended with Ark 2 and requiring further DLC upgrades wasn't optimal, especially since you won't be able to judge Ark 2 as no gameplay or content would be available yet. Continuing on through this article, here are our new plans. Ark Survival Ascended will now be a standalone package released on every platform, so that's PC, Steam, Xbox Series SX, and PS5 at $59.99, so the price has gone up. The package will include the following pieces of content built in, not sold separately, so you can't purchase these piecemeal. It's all or nothing in this package, with each remastered and altered for the next generation, and then they list this out. The Island, Survival of the Fittest, Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, Genesis Part 1, and Genesis Part 2. And by the way, take a look at those released by quarter, like for instance Aberration, released by quarter 4 2023, Extinction, released by quarter 1 2024. So these aren't going to be available when ASA launches. They will be, I guess, added into the game at a later date. And then they continue on, all the community-created maps are also to be released over time in 2024. And they list them out: Ragnarok, Lost Island, Crystal Isles, etc. And just to jog your memory, remember the last announcement that we got was that Ark 2 was to be delayed until late 2024. So if you go back and you look up some of those expansion packs, some of those could be coming out fairly close, assuming that they come out on time and Ark 2 is not delayed. Anyway, some of these expansion packs could come out pretty close to when Ark 2 goes live. And then in theory, are you going to want to continue to play the old Ark version, this ASA version, or are you going to want to play Ark 2? I'm guessing eventually you're going to want to upgrade to Ark 2. So you could have some of these maps for just a matter of months, and these expansion packs for a matter of months, and then Ark 2 comes out, and then of course you're just going to jump over to Ark 2. And just for comparison and context, here is the ARC Respawn Bundle, aka the Ultimate Value Bundle offering from last week's Community Crunch post. Xbox Series S and X and PC players will only be able to get it via an ultimate value bundle known as the ARC Respawn Bundle. This bundle includes ownership of both ARC Survival Ascended and ARC 2 and will be priced at $49.99. And then they continue on with a bunch of other stuff here. And as part of this, you're also going to get, I guess, a 1-month closed beta to ARC 2 in 2024 before the rest of the general public can play ARC 2. There was also this interesting breakout of PS5 owners. It says PlayStation 5 users will be able to get their hands on ARC Survival Ascended as a standalone next-gen game at launch in August 2023 for $39.99. So I guess there were some issues with the PlayStation Store. Maybe they saw some issues Sony did on their side with this possibility of bundling this together. Said, you better offer this as a standalone option. Anyway, it continues on. All the expansion packs will be sold separately on all platforms. So you had $19.99 for the Explorer's Pass, which included Scorched Earth, Aberration, and Extinction. And then you had to pay another $19.99 for the Genesis Pass, which is Genesis Part 1 and Genesis Part 2. And so basically all the rest of these Community Crunch posts are technical upgrade jargon, text walls, new quality of life updates to the game, etc., etc. So, math time. And by the way, in my former life, this is all I did. Lots and lots of math, contracts, negotiations, etc. So we're going to be starting off with this previous offering, and I'm going to be making a few assumptions in here. The previous offering for me on PC was $49.99 and included ARC Survival Ascended plus ARC 2, but excluded all of the DLCs, which I'm going to add back in a moment. Over on Steam, if you want to purchase the current version of ASE, so that's Survival Evolved, it is retailing for $19.99 as a standalone item, so no DLCs. Now, taking that current ASE price out of this $49.99 pre-order bundle bonus offering, and you land at roughly $30. And that is, in theory, again, theory, what they were thinking of charging for ARC 2, possibly at a discounted price in this pre-order bundle. Now, from ARC history, we know that ASE, while in early access status, retailed at $30, and then it doubled to $60 when the game went full retail, which is definitely possible this could happen with ARC 2. But again, I'm speculating for this portion. The final part of this initial pre-order bundle offer were those two DLCs, both at $19.99 price tags. So, let's do the math. Take the $49.99 for the pre-order bundle, plus 2 DLCs at $19.99 a piece, and you get $89.97. So for our discussion, let's round it up to $90 to get everything. The UE5 upgrade ASA, plus all the DLCs, plus ARC 2, the whole smash was $90. Also, based on that assumption that the UE5 upgrade ASA was somewhere in the $20 range, if offered at a single price, plus all the DLCs, you're going to land right back at $60. And that's really important to remember. So just file that in the back of your mind. $60. All right, ready for round 2? Here we go. Yesterday's Community Crunch offers up ASA as a full standalone bundle. So that's the whole UE5 upgraded ARC, plus all the DLCs for $59.99. So $60. And this time, no ARC 2, no mention of it. How much will it be to purchase? Will there be a discounted price offered to current ASA owners? Just nothing. So if my math was right, previous offer equals roughly $60 for the full ASA experience minus ARC 2. Latest offering is, you guessed it, $60 for the full ASA experience. Another assumption here, but what if ARC 2 initially launches at the same price ARC Survival Evolved did, $30? So take this new ASA bundle at $60 plus the assumed ARC 2 price, $30, and you get $90. It's the exact same thing. This is a classic retail rebranding used in all of its glory. If the customer doesn't want to pay full price for the package, rework the package and present it in a different manner. It doesn't change the price, it's just the presentation. And there's another issue here. Wildcard and Snail have only attempted to temporarily lessen the flames with this latest offering by removing ARC 2 out of the package. My $90 final full price tag for ASA and ARC 2 was based on Wildcard and Snail offering ARC 2 for sale at an initial asking price of just $30. What if they go full retail at $59.99 to purchase Arc 2? Well, based on the math, you'd be all in at $120 once you purchase this current ASA bundle plus the new game, whereas the first offer of basic ASA plus Arc 2 and additional for the DLCs was just $90. What a sham! From the initial free upgrade tease to now $60 for the exact same thing, and then another $30 up to $60 for Arc 2. Whatever you do, don't do this, and I'm going to explain all of this in just a moment. Later on in this Community Crunch post, Wildcard tries to justify the needed cost due to the game engine not being backwards compatible, all the extra work and extra cost, shutting down previous servers, but just to clear the air, next-gen upgrades being free are the norm, not the exception, which makes this cash grab even more egregious. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Marvel's Avengers, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. By the way, if you don't know that joke, you got to look it up. Borderlands 3, Elden Ring, Cyberpunk 2077, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Mortal Kombat 11, and even The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt all got free next-gen treatments for owners of the current versions, and there are countless more that I could list out. And here's the point in the video I'm going to get real with you and tell you exactly what I think is going on behind the scenes. Snail has mismanaged their entire portfolio into financial tatters, a point I touched on based on their stock prices and overall portfolio health in my last video, link in the video description. This isn't a case of all your eggs in one basket. This is a case of their only egg in one basket because everything else is severely underperforming. The UE5 free upgrade was teased, probably unauthorized, but it's out there now. You can't take it back. Snail sees their poor financial reports. They see their stocks losing 2/3 their initial value in 4 short months, and they panic. They need cash and fairly quick, especially if they want to continue to fund the development of Arc 2, because R&D, payroll, consumables, they all cost big money. Money Snail either doesn't have or doesn't want to spend. Their brilliant plan? Hey, let's walk back that free UE5 upgrade announcement, package it into a new bundle, charge full retail price for it, and then we can essentially crowdfund Arc 2 with the incoming cash from Arc Survival Ascended. Essentially, they are attempting to front load this entire transaction and fund everything by charging players that already own Arc Survival Evolved again to get into the latest version of the exact same game. And just to push those players along to help them make the right decisions here, they're going to shut down the official servers. Anyways, let's table all of that. I can come back to that another day. Back to the cost and what Snail and Wildcard are attempting to do here. Now, in retail, you never know what you can get for a negotiated price item until you ask for it. So the norm is to always ask for all the money, full retail. So when the customer refuses that offer, you have room to lower the price to make the customer think they're getting a sweet deal. All the while, the retailer is still making a tidy profit. This is the counter offer I would suggest, and I'm just going to interject with my thoughts here as well. If Arc fans really and truly desire and want this UE5 upgrade, remember it was initially offered for free, now it's $60. Anyways, I would hit Wildcard back with a final counter offer of $25 firm for the full ASA upgrade, including all the DLCs, $30 max. Assuming that the player purchasing the upgrade is a current owner of Survival Evolved. If not, fresh players can pay, I don't know, $49.99, $50. Remember, this is an 8-year-old game after all. In addition, and I cannot understate how important it is to lock in the pricing for Arc 2 now so it can't be manipulated later. So in addition to that full $25 to $30 full upgraded price, players that would own that ASA upgrade are given the option to purchase Arc 2 at their discretion for an additional $30. This is a fair offer for a game that hasn't yet been made public with live gameplay. And I would guess that Wildcard, and more specifically Snail, are fully expecting to have to negotiate down. Can we meet in the middle is the most common retail words ever uttered. So that's why they started so high and continue to try to stay there. They know the price drops are coming, so they've given themselves the wiggle room to negotiate. Stick to your guns, Arc fans. $30 max for the full ASA upgrade experience, including all the DLCs and a negotiated and locked-in $30 ARC 2 purchase price, assuming you own the ASA upgrade and you want to continue on with the upcoming title. Now that you've heard all the math broken out, let me ask you the same question I asked you earlier on in this video. Which bundle do you prefer? The first $49.95 offer or the second $60 full ASA experience minus ARC 2? Because if you haven't figured it out yet, they're the same thing. If you happen to like the video, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. You can find and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and over on my community Discord server, links to all of which can be found in the video description and pinned comments below. Shout out to the over 115,000 of you that have taken the leap and subscribed, and as always, a special thanks to my Buzz Battalion patrons over on Patreon. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.